Lloyd Grossman. Lloyd Grossman. Now, I'm not expressly like making the channel just unboxings, but it seems to be the way things are going at the moment, doesn't it? I've got a box, and this was pretty unexpected. I mean, this was one of those things that you just sort of stumble across. This was on Twitter. I saw someone was selling something. It goes by Arxen83. Was selling like a whole bunch of Energon Constructicons. Now, if I can cast your mind back to the space year 2005, a lot of the Energon combiners were really hard to get. It's probably a really big chance that you never completed a set of them. I never did. For whatever reason, I went for the aerial bots. Like, now I look back on that, I question the logic of like my 12-year-old self there. Why was I going for them? Surely like the Bruticus ones or the Devastator ones would have been more interesting, you know, diggers and tanks and helicopters and all that. But for some reason I went, I'm going to get the jets, and never finished a Superior. I think for a lot of people, the whole Energon combiners situation was their first sort of exposure to how iffy the UK distro can be. Because I think wasn't there like a whole wave that we just never got, so you could never finish any of them? I don't know. That sounds about right to me. But inside this box is like a whole lot of diggers. Very luckily, if you remember me telling you about what I got at the last actual in-person TF Nation, I got Bone Crusher from the team, which is, you know, the first one of them that I've got and all that, and he's quite handily. He is the one that is missing from this assortment, so I've now got a very nearly complete. It's not called Devastator, it's called Constructicon Maximus, and these aren't the Constructicons, they're the build team. Just you know, got to keep the pedants sated, you know, got to be specific in those details, because I would complain about something like that. Oh, just a big old bubbly wrap bag full of green diggers. How nice. Where shall we begin? Oh, mate, let's have the big bit out. Oh, he's already in his torso mode. Oh, that's it makes things a bit different to talk about here. Right, so this is the middle. This is Steamhammer, as he will be where you stick the other ones onto him. I cannot tell you how many times I saw this in the shops and didn't buy it. Why didn't I buy it? Why didn't I? Why didn't I? It was around for ages, and yeah, I just kept looking at it and going, maybe another day. For whatever reason, I just thought, it doesn't look very interesting, does it? You know, like, to be honest, yes, the individual robot modes of the torso components of these were kind of pretty boring, weren't they? You know, Stormjet hasn't got any guns, hasn't got any weapons of any sort, no accessories whatsoever. He's just a robot. He stands there, turns into a jet. That's it. This guy, pretty similar. You know, he hasn't got anything really going on that's weaponry, accessories, anything extra, no gimmicks, no nothing. It's just that he is a combiner, and he's got a big shovel for one of his mitts. Yeah, I don't know. I think at the time I just sort of looked and went, could be better, couldn't it? I don't know. For whatever reason, I feel like I was really hard to please when I was 12. Like, the back end of Energon, most of Cybertron, I just looked at it and went, you know, just sort of made that face and thought it could be better, and spent my money on Yu-Gi-Oh cards instead. But, you know, kind of spoiling what is really the end point of this whole thing and putting them into their combiner mode. There's the middle bit. He's got light piping in there. That's, yeah. It's going to be a good looking big thing, I suppose, isn't it? I don't know how it works, so I can't really show you. What his robot mode should look like. So I'm going to have to sit and figure that out, because I've got no idea what you do with these lads beyond stick them all together into a big green man. Oh, bit of a sort of a lucky dip thing here. I'm just sticking my hand in and seeing what I pull out. Right, okay. Here is the other. No, it's not an excavator, is it? It's a bulldozer type thing. The one that's the same as Bone Crusher that I've already got, but a different colour. This is Sledge. Hang on. See, I'm questioning where I've got their names right now, because I can't remember. I must refer to the sacred texts. Right, yes, okay. This is Sledge. He doesn't go down a hill on a snowy day. I do at least know how he works, and it's one of the more interesting transformations, I think, from some of these. I mean, to be honest, all these ones that are limbs are really, really good, solid little scout class guys. But the weird thing about this figure is that they took his transformation just completely, like wholesale, and applied it to Cybertron Hardtop, who turns into something completely different. Like, he's not a digger at all, but he transforms exactly the same way. There's another green boy. Let's get another one out of the box. Oh look, it's Sledge again, because here, yeah, there's two of him in here. That was how the complete Devastator was being made. And to be honest, I don't blame you. Like, from what I can tell, Bone Crusher here was from the very last wave of Energon, which means he was notoriously hard to get. And to be honest, I'm quite surprised I managed to get one sealed brand new in the year 2019. So yeah, you know, I bet there were loads of people who just bought two of this to give their Constructicon Maximus, I keep wanting to call it Devastator, but it was never called that, 2 legs. So there you go, and there's the claw foot thingamabob. We'll sort that out later. One of them will be sold, I'm sure. So this means what I'm holding now is one of the ones that I have also completely just never handled, and he's got a big claw on there. Let's check the sacred text again. This is Duststorm. Okay, he's all blue, kind of Cybertron Mudflap vibes, wouldn't you agree? Just a big sort of crane arm thing in sky baby blue. Nice bit of click there. From what I know, you just sort of do that, and that is the arm of the combiner. Just a crane truck with a claw stuck on the end. And to be honest, I think it's quite, oh, it goes round as well. I think it's quite nice that you've got one that's a bit of a different colour, you know? At least with these particular teams, you know, there's a bit of a mix-up, wasn't it? You know, it's not just Scavenger, Long Haul, Bone Crusher, well, Bone Crusher, yeah, Scrapper, you know, again, it's some new ones that evoke the feeling of the original Constructicons. And then, of course, in Japan, they're all named after the old ones anyway, so, you know. So, last but not least, but actually least, because this is the one that is missing, like, the very last bit I need. He hasn't got his claw on there, so wide load, one of the narrower ones of the team is called Wide Load. Can't make a leg, well, I mean, arms or legs, doesn't matter, does it? But he would nominally be the leg. So he hasn't got a foot, so you know, I'll have to sort something out about that. But there we go. We've got a complete, 99% complete team of the Energon build boys that make that big thing. Oh, go on then, let's put him together. He's already nearly there, isn't he? So this would be a leg. We'll have to pretend there's a foot on there. This one is also a leg. Send those claw toes and click it on there. Ooh. Yeah, clicking and all that goodness. Oh, go on. Okay, right. Is that really? Is that really the way they want you to work? Like, there's lots of bucketitude going on up here. Whoa, there we go. It's Constructicon Maximus. Nearly all there. Whoa. That's something, I mean, I'm not going to say it's something I've wanted forever because I didn't really want it at the time. But it's certainly the sort of thing that I've been hunting for a very long time because I've never completed one of these combiners. And here we go. Got the whole bloody thing in one go, in one box, for a very good price. I'm a happy boy, yes. Marvel's What If Devastator looked a little bit different, but not that different. It's got a sort of mask there. Turn his head into a little tower. Big industrial mecha vibes there. I like it, I like it. I'm going to go and discover all their individual robot modes. Wow, yeah. Enjoy the old school, that one doesn't click, the old school click of a bit of a wobbly, bit of a funny looking old combiner. He's very welcome in my house. Thumbnail image. I'll see you later.